I know why we're losing. I know why we're losing. Why are we losing? Because I'm such a pussy. That's it. I'm such a pussy and this is why we're losing. All you know is that you're shit at trading and you don't know how to unshit yourself. How do you become less emotional in front of the charts? Let's talk about it. When I first started trading, I 10x'd my money, but it felt like shit. And here's the story, here's the reason. I was 17 years old and I just stumbled upon trading. I started researching trading strategies until I stumbled upon a strategy called the martingale strategy. So what I used to do is I used to take 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio trades, and whenever I lose, I will just double my risk and enter again until I got this one profitable trade that will make back all the money that I lost plus some profits. In 2 months, I was able to take a $60 account all the way up into a $700 account. However, as soon as I pulled that money out of my account, I felt like shit. And the reason for that is I just understood that eventually this money will be spent and I will be back to point zero. I will be back to having no money and having no trading skills. Because I just understood that what I just did is pure luck. And if I just had a 5 trades losing streak or a 6 trades losing streak, I would have blown the account. So I knew that I can't replicate that. It was just pure luck. And eventually I will be back to point zero. No money and no trading skills. Here's one rule that I have. Anything that doesn't benefit you long term and doesn't change your future in a positive manner shouldn't be done. It's a waste of time. I don't give a fuck about an extra 30 bucks or an extra 100 bucks or an extra 200 bucks. It's short-term money that will eventually be spent. Can this money be replicated? Can it actually affect my future long term? Can my family rely on me in the future doing that one thing and replicating it? And the answer is no. Because I am over-risking, I will blow my account after 6 losing trades, and therefore this is not a long-term strategy. This is just short-term money, let me get an extra 200 bucks, and therefore it's a waste of time and it doesn't affect my future positively, and therefore it will eventually push me back to point zero. What led me, guys, to waste those 2 months of my life instead of actually be focusing on my future and actually learning a logical trading with risk management kind of system? What led to me wasting those 2 months? And it's an emotional mistake, that's it. It's greed. I was too focused on making that extra cash that I forgot about my future, I forgot about my family relying on me in the future, I forgot all about this. I was just focusing, I need some extra cash right now. What is the easiest way to make short-term extra cash? And it's an emotional mistake. It was greed, it was in the moment, and it was just excitement to make that extra cash. And then I understood that in order to focus on my future, in order to actually build a profitable trading system, I am not allowed to do emotional mistakes. When you take a trading loss, what are you actually doing? You're actually buying data. This is what you're doing. You're buying a journal, and then the cumulative of this data will help you optimize your strategy. That is the whole goal of losing. A loss, when you pay money, you are buying data from the market that will help you optimize your strategy. That's it. But when you make emotional trading mistakes, you learn nothing because you already know what's the reason for your loss. Let's say you take a buy, and the market starts pushing in the opposite direction. You pussy out and you close that trade. You already know, even before you hit that sell button, you already know that the reason for that loss will be that you pussied out. So you just lost money and you've learned nothing. You can call your family. Come guys, I know why we're losing. I know why we're losing. Why are we losing? Because I'm such a pussy. That's it. I'm such a pussy and this is why we're losing. There's nothing to learn. There's nothing to optimize, and therefore you're just wasting money. That's it. What will you optimize? Let me just adjust my pussiness levels. There's nothing to optimize here, and therefore you're just wasting money. Some people believe, stupid people, that if you do an emotional trading mistake and you still get rewarded, that's a happy story. Let's say you want to get funded right now with FTMO. You take a funded challenge, you take that buy. As the market starts pushing in the opposite direction, you remove your stop loss. The market then pushes further than your stop loss, but then comes back in your direction and pushes heavily into your TP. As it's pushing heavily into your TP, you remove your TP. You wanted to push further. It pushes further, you just made 10%, you passed the funded challenge and you just got funded. People think that that's a happy story. However, no, that's not a happy story. Because you might post that win, that certificate on Snapchat with Forex is life caption. Get a tattoo maybe on your body like Forex is life right here. And you might celebrate it with other people and tell everyone how Forex is changing your life. But then as soon as you sit in front of the charts, reality hits. Your trading is shit. You don't know how to trade. You just pussied out, you removed your stop loss, and then you pussied out, you removed your TP, and you got that account. You don't know how to trade. And there's two consequences for that. The first consequence is that your brain now understands that this is how you should trade. You should remove your stop loss and TP in order to be a profitable trader. You do that a few more times until you eventually blow your account and give back the prop firm account to FTMO. And now you're back to point zero. You have no money and you have no trading skills. That's who you are. The second consequence is that your brain understands that you shouldn't do this. You understand that you have no trading skills. You understand that you're shit at trading, and that fear gets instilled in you because you know that you got rewarded on the short term, but if you continue to do this, you will be punished on the long term. You get afraid, that fear gets instilled in you, you feel like shit, you trade like shit, eventually you give that account back to FTMO. So it's not a happy story. Because when you get the funded challenge, by the way, guys, when you get the FTMO account, this is not the end. This is not a happy ending story. When you get the account, this is actually the start of your story. You still haven't made any money. You paid $500 or $600, you got that account, now you're down $500, $600. You still need to make money. This is not the end. People celebrate it like it's the end, like I made it. No, you didn't. You still didn't make any money. And this is why you need the proper trading skills. You need the proper risk management. If you gambled your way into getting an FTMO account, then it's only a matter of time before you give that account back and you're back to point zero. So you did nothing. Yes, you got funded, but it's nothing. You didn't achieve anything. Now we know that making emotional mistakes in front of the charts is a bad thing. So how do you become less emotional in front of the charts? Let's talk about it. Here's the problem with you guys. You take a trade, you lose it, and you turn it into a let's roast myself session. Oh, I'm so shit at trading. I can't trade. I don't know if I'll ever make it. My wife should call me Mr. I can't accomplish anything. What you should understand is that your losses don't reflect your trading capabilities. It reflects your system. You're not judging yourself. You are judging the system itself. It might mean that your system is shit, but not that you're a shit trader. You are not the system itself. Your job as a trader is to create systems, test systems, and optimize systems. And your trades are a reflection of that system that you're using that you can optimize. You are not the system. You are not judging yourself. You are judging something else known as the system. You need to take yourself out of the equation. So, as I just said, your job as a trader is to create systems, test systems, and optimize systems. The problem is that the majority of you are stopping at that second phase. You never make it to that third phase where you optimize the system. You take some trades, you lose them, you either start shitting on yourself because you lost them, you over-risk your account, you jump to a different strategy, you do all the emotional mistakes that you should do, and you never move forward to that optimizing system. And you need those three phases in order to become a profitable trader. And you're always stopping at that second phase. So stop stopping at that second phase in order to be able to become a profitable trader. A lot of traders have what I call trading depression. Trading depression is when you've been trying to trade for years, but you're still stuck in that cycle and you're still not profitable. All you know is that you're shit at trading and you don't know how to unshit yourself. That's it. You're stuck and you don't know how to move forward. What I've noticed with the majority of those traders is that they don't have trading journals. When you don't have a trading journal, you can't identify your mistakes. When you can't identify your mistakes, you won't know how to move forward. When you don't know how to move forward, you will fall in this trading depression. You will be sad, you know you're shit, but you just don't know what to do. And therefore, this is the reason why all of you need to create trading journals, need to journal, and even if you don't know how will you handle your journal, as soon as you start looking at your losses more often, you will realize losing trading patterns, and it will help you decide how will you be moving forward and how will you be optimizing. Now, I've created a trading journal. However, how do I identify the trading mistakes? Okay, I see all these losses on my trading journal. However, how do I identify what the fuck is wrong with them? And here's the thing, you can't identify trading mistakes per trade basis. What I mean by that, let's say I lose right now. What is the reason for my loss? Is it because of that double bottom right before my entry? Is it because the time of the day that I'm trading in? Is it because the session that I'm trading in? Is it because the day of the week? Is it because I kicked that baby in the face and the trading lords are punishing me? I don't know what's the reason for my loss. The actual way you identify your trading mistakes is by grouping all your losses together and having a look at them as a group. Let's say you take a loss right now. There's a double bottom right before your entry. So you're like, oh, okay, I know why I'm losing. I'm losing because there's liquidity right before my entry. I buy and there's liquidity to the downside, so I lose. This is why I'm losing. And then you look at all your other 25 losses and you realize that for all your other 25 losses, there wasn't liquidity to the downside. There wasn't a double bottom right before your entry. So this is not the reason why you're losing. You need to identify another reason. And as you look at this group, you will identify a common pattern between all those losses or the majority of these losses and assume that this is the actual reason why you're losing, not the actual first assumption that you made for that one trade. There is still one step you need to do in order to determine your systematic mistakes. Let's say you're trading right now and you take 7 wins and 4 losses. And you say to yourself, let me go and analyze why am I losing. You check all your losses, you put them all in front of you, and you realize that for 3 of your losses, there was a double bottom right before your entry. So you decide, okay, that must be the reason why I'm losing. If I just stop trading when there's a double bottom right before my entry, I will win more trades. What you should do right there is you should stop your analysis and go check your wins. What you realize is that for 4 of your wins, there was a double bottom right before your entry. So you realize that if you just remove this pattern from your trading, you will miss out on 4 wins just to save 3 losses, which is a bad decision to make. And therefore, whenever you assume that this is why I'm losing, this is the reason why I'm losing, go verify your wins. It's not just about analyzing your losses, it's also about analyzing your wins and verifying that the theory you're thinking about is actually true. I want to add a few things here. Not only negative emotions are bad for your trading, like greed, fear, self-doubt, all those negative words, they are bad for your trading and you shouldn't feel them. Not only that, but even positive emotions like excitement, for example, is bad for your trading. Let's say you take 5 wins. You're so happy. All in all, it's a very positive environment for you. So you can't wait to jump in a trade again because all in all, it's positive feelings for you. You see a semi setup on the charts, just a hint of a setup, and you jump on the charts. You jump in a trade again because you've been winning for so long and you're so happy and excited, and that causes you to lose. A positive emotion just causes you to lose. And therefore, throughout my experience, the best state to be trading in is this calm, meditative state where you feel nothing. You sit down, I open my laptop, I play some like soft music, I'm listening to this music and I'm trading in this calm state, full focus on the charts, 0 emotions, 0 happiness and 0 sadness, nothing at all. Just this calm, full focus state. That's it. I don't celebrate my trading wins. Trading is my job. You don't celebrate your job every day. You don't walk into a supermarket, buy a Red Bull, for example, and as soon as you walk outside, you look back at the supermarket only to find the owner of the supermarket celebrating with his co-workers. Like, fuck yeah, we just sold him that Red Bull, amazing work. You don't find him celebrating that shit because it's a daily activity for him. It's a daily occurrence for him, and therefore he doesn't fucking celebrate it. Maybe he got happy when he first sold his first ever Red Bull. That's it. But right now, when it's a daily activity, when it's a daily occurrence, he doesn't celebrate it. And it's the same with trading. I've been doing this for 8 years. Losing and winning, it's a daily occurrence for me. I don't celebrate it and I don't mourn it anymore. I feel nothing. I want to end this video, guys, by saying that trading is not stressful. At some point in my life, I blew 7 months worth of income. Do you think right now I panic because I'm risking 0.5% per trade? Do you think I sit there and I'm like, oh my God, I might lose 0.5% per trade? I do not give a fuck. I don't care. And I believe if the majority of you decrease risk to an acceptable amount of money, you won't feel stressed. However, you want to play stupid games, you want to over-risk, and therefore you will win stupid prizes, and you will be afraid, and you will be stressed. That's just the nature of it. This will be the end of the video. Feel free to subscribe, notifications, all the YouTuber stuff. Good luck guys, and I'll see you in the next video.